Well, hello. Well, this is a test to see how our YouTube and Facebook pages are working with our streaming video. Now, we normally record our shows beforehand and then live stream the recorded shows because we get a much stronger connection and all of that here at Life's Affair. But a lot of people online have been having some serious problems with streaming. It's like some really big problems. So feeds going in and out, audio having problems and skipping. And now, really, it shouldn't make a difference for us. This live stream of a webcam like I'm doing now, or the live stream of a pre-recorded show, it's pretty much the same thing. The trick is just being able to send the information right. But just in case, I thought we should probably make sure to see what is going on. So if any of you have any comments, tell me how it's sounding, if everything is okay, please. So yeah, some of you seem to be having some problems. So yeah, this is a good test. I'm glad we're doing this just to check. Now, I set the bitrate at a decent level, not insanely high. It's at 3,500 kilobits per second, just to see, or 3.5 megabits per second if you prefer, just to see how that would go. I've done that plenty of times before, and it's been fine. It really shouldn't be an issue, but I thought I would check. And right now, my processor is, yeah, it's not even at 50%, so that shouldn't be an issue at all. So let me see. Okay, people are saying it sounds good. That is good to hear. Now, of course, one thing I've noticed, and you've probably noticed this too from online shows, hopefully not on our channel, but on others, is that the audio sometimes seems to come in and out, especially on music, because music doesn't have breaks where the packets can separate and put them back together, and little skips don't make as much of a difference. So yeah, let's try a little music. Well, let's actually just start with this. I'll do something a little high-pitched and see what we can do here. This should give you an idea. Let's do, well, let's do, okay. So yeah, let me know how that went, if that sounded okay, if the quality was okay, because that constant sound, those whole notes, although it wasn't really a whole note, but it was a lot of quick notes that blended together. So yeah, if there was any skipping or problems, it would definitely come through on that. So yeah, let me check here. TJ saying slapping Patty with consent. He and I started this side band at Louisiana Ren Fair last year, and we were going to do it at the New Jersey Renaissance Festival, get together and play some, but unfortunately it didn't happen, but it will happen again, I promise. Smooth? Okay, everything sounds good? Oh, hello! A lot of good people here. No skips on sound. Okay, that is great to hear. That's important. And, I'm actually doing it at a pretty decent bit rate. Like I said, 3,500 kilobits per second, which is decent. Now, Facebook is limiting people to 720p right now, connections for video. So I went ahead and I'm not even using the nice webcam. I'm going ahead and using a basic 720p Logitech webcam. It's a decent one, but nothing fancy, just to kind of show you what you can get with a basic everyday setup. Something that's pretty close to what you might have embedded in your laptop. The trick is really to get some good lighting in, just to kind of get your face lit up a little bit, and also good sound. And I think that's where a lot of people have problems. If you're just talking, a very basic mic will probably work. You might want to, whatever software you're using to stream, you might want to see about some of the audio settings, see what they have. But other than that, it's yeah, I mean, it tends to work pretty well. For music, you might want to invest in something a little more. A simple USB podcasting microphone would probably at least get the basic job done, but better is always better. All right, well, let's try something a little different. Let me see. I'll break out the guitar here because, you know, that's what you do. Let's see. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. Me father, he was orange, and me mother, she was green. Baptized by Father Riley, I was rushed away by car. We made a little orange man, me father's shining star. I was christened David Anthony, but still in spite of that, to me father I was William, while me mother called me Pat. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. Me father, he was orange, and me mother, she was green. Okay, that was test number 2. A little music in there with a guitar, which certainly rings around a lot, and my voice. Just to kind of give you an idea. So let's see how we're looking here. It's kind of weird. I'm going like, okay, YouTube, Facebook, because I'm kind of going back and forth. That's one of the things about splitting the stream. And you know, that is another thing that I do, which I kind of wonder if some of the other groups are not doing, because I do everything here. I go straight to Facebook and straight to YouTube. I don't go through a third-party service to split it. And I'm wondering if some of those are causing some of the lag issues because so many people are using them right now. I have 2 servers I set up, one to go to Facebook and one to go to YouTube, and my feed goes to both of them, and then it just splits it real time. It's kind of it kind of works well, and it's all in one computer. It's not like separate computers have the server, so it's not that difficult. Anybody can do it. You just have to have a decent computer. My computer is a 4th generation i7. We're on like 10th generation Intel processors now, so it is a bit old. It was a good one back in the day, and I do have a good amount of memory and a fast drive, but I haven't needed to upgrade it because it does everything I need. Now my laptop is actually more powerful, so I could use that as well. A good trick that I use is I do the encoding with my video card as opposed to the processor. So I'm wondering if that might be an issue where their processor is just going to 100% and it's causing the skips and the problems for some. But yeah, what are we doing? Okay, no issues. Everybody's still good. Okay, very smooth and consistent. And like I said, I did a pretty high bit rate for 720p, 3.5 megabits. That's pretty decent. And yeah, they're mentioning that, yes, tomorrow is my birthday. I'm not shy about it at all. Yeah, no, not at all, not at all. But I am doing a birthday show on Thursday. So yeah, if this is a good test for that, and please, on Thursday evening, come over and check that out. I'm going to have some guests on there, and it should be a lot of fun. I mean, they're going to be remote. No, not going to be that guy, but it should be a lot of fun. So do check that out. Let's see. And yeah, share the event, please. Go on and Facebook and just share that event and let your friends know about it. Let's get as many people as we can, because entertainment, we need as much as we can right now. That's for sure. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just try a few other things, just because I'm, thorough and crazy. And I just like instruments and I have too many. So yeah, let's see. Let's do... Actually, I had no idea what I was going to play when I picked this up. That was a mistake. Let's see. That's a tune I wrote a while ago called Hobbit's Dance. It was sort of, it was inspired by old medieval dances, and I was trying to think about what hobbits would dance to, what kind of music, because, well, I'm a bit of a dork. It's true. I'm sorry. Yeah, I definitely love sci-fi and fantasy, and I always have. And I go to Dragon Con and Gen Con every year and play music there. It's not just Ren Fairs for me. So yes. Oh yeah, I filled my mug. You have to. Every chance I get, I will. It's like, oh, I'm gonna stream. I've got to get dressed. That's just how it works. Let's see. Okay, everybody's still happy. No problems. No issues. Okay, that's the goal. And here's the thing: you read a lot of places that you need about. You test what your upload speed is for streaming, and then maybe you do if you go with about 2/3 of what your upload speed is for the bit rate, and that'll work. I don't believe that at all. That's a total lie, because I've tested that. My roommate, who, believe it or not, is actually Twitch streaming a video game right now on the same internet connection, and we're still doing this well. We have a really good, I'm fortunate to have a really good internet connection with Upload. And we did a lot of testing with this over the past year with his connection, and we had twice the upload bandwidth reportedly that he was trying to upload, and it still had problems. And then the problem is time. When you do a test for bandwidth, it lasts maybe at most 30 seconds. You're trying to sustain that for several dozen minutes, and that just doesn't work. It's a problem. I mean, over time, you get problems. I mean, Windows 10 might suddenly decide to, I'm going to share some files with other computers on the internet and everything, because it does that now, and it can cause issues. I really recommend you do about 1/4 of what your bandwidth is. So if you had a 10 megabit upload, I would say do 2.5 megabits for your stream. That's about the only safe way I've found to kind of do it. And I think a lot of people are kind of doing, kind of doing that short. They're trying to do something a lot more complicated with a very narrow bandwidth, like maybe a 5 megabit upload. And the ISPs don't really tell you about it. They just advertise the download because that's what most people do. But in this situation, everybody's uploading, and it's a huge problem. So that's the trick. Find out what your upload is and really limit it. Now, right now, I'm going at 720p, like I said. And honestly, I think the picture's pretty good. It seems to be okay. I mean, it's certainly better than a lot of what I've seen online. So, and this is about worst case scenario for me, really. It really should never be any worse than this. Generally, I usually stream at full HD resolution, 1080p. But yeah, I think this works. Okay, now y'all have been great. And I feel like, I'm shortchanged. I mean, you've really helped me out, and I did play a little bit, but okay. Does anybody have a request of any of the songs that you've heard me do before? I'm willing to throw something out because I think y'all deserve it. So the first person to kind of say something, lighting is a bit off. Well, okay, that's true. That is true. Like I said, I wasn't really trying for anything fancy. I just threw something together really quick. I was trying to show you what is possible with the minimal amount of effort. And this is really not, believe it or not, not too much. I'm using OBS software, OBS Studio, which is the most popular software for Twitch streamers and that kind of thing. And really, you can get the gist of it in just a few hours of research. There's a lot of information out there on YouTube for videos and tutorials how to do it. So you should really look that up. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, you did the, wow, the 30-minute beer medley. I don't think I can actually pull that off, but I'll do the beginning of that, and then I'll do the kiss as well. That's, okay, let's see if I can do that. Wow. Not too bad. And I like having it close to the camera so that you can actually see my fingers on the recorder because, well, you know, maybe some of you aren't interested in that, but when I first started doing Ren Fairs at the very beginning, that was my jam. I would see every single music group I could and just stare at their hands and what they were doing with their instruments. It was definitely my thing. I'm not gonna lie. That was definitely, yeah. So let's see. Let's do beer, 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 trickly beer, 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 trickly beer, beer, beer. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take 98 down and pass them around, and that's my bottle of beer, 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 trickly beer, 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 trickly beer, beer, beer. In heaven there is no beer, that's why we drink it here. So when we're dead, the old man said, all your friends will be drinking your beer, 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 trickly beer, 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 trickly beer, beer, beer. Here's a story, a little bit gory, a little bit happy, a little bit sad, of Lily the Pink and her medicinal compound, and how it slowly drove her mad. Meet Ebenezer, thought he was Julius Caesar, so they put him in a home, and then they gave him medicinal compound, and now he's Emperor of Rome. Well, drink a drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, the savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Lily died and went up to heaven. Oh, the church bells, they did ring. I don't have anything to ring, so I'm just gonna take a drink. She took with her medicinal compound. Hark the herald angels sing. Bum, bum. Well, drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, the savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Much faster, we'll drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, the savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case of beer, 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 trickly beer, 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 trickly beer, 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 beer. All right. Excellent. Yes, so yeah, I'm looking at the signals now from both YouTube and Facebook, and they're reporting that the signal is great, strong, excellent. And I was saying that I was using OBS. For those of you that are interested, I mean, a lot of it is just a few tweak settings of the video and how it's encoded in the settings of whatever software you're using. Like how many keyframes, how many B frames in the video, a few things like that, which if you don't know video, it's difficult to explain, but there's only like 4 or 5 you really need to worry about, and there's a lot of tutorials about there. You know, if y'all are interested, it might be worth my time to try to put together a tutorial on a video tutorial for people who want to stream. I could even try to, well, I'd probably start with OBS, but I could even try different formats and show how to optimize it. But yeah, I mean, reason I did this was just to kind of show you what you could manage to do with the bare minimum. And this really is a minimal setup. I mean, the mic is about the only thing I kind of went a little over the top with. It is a studio mic that you're hearing. But really, you know, for voice, just regular dialogue, you don't necessarily need anything that big. And just a simple USB podcasting mic would probably do a decent job, even with music. So, yeah, I mean, having a good mic is important. But the truth is, good is very subjective. I mean, I know of very famous singers who have used an $80 mic to record their voice on a Grammy-winning record. It's just a thing. All mics are different. Everybody's voice is different. It's not as much like a musical instrument where, yeah, there's variations, but it's a lot more subtle. Where with the voice, it's huge differences. One mic might make one person sound phenomenal, and it might make another person sound mediocre. And the reverse is true. Sometimes an expensive mic is the way to go. Sometimes a cheap mic is going to be better than anything else you get. It's really crazy how that works. And the only way to do it is to really test out different mics. But when you're starting out, the best thing to do is to get a general all-around good mic. Something that is known for doing a pretty good job with everything. Maybe not great at any one person's voice or whatever, but at least good with most people. And that's a good place to start, and a good all-around workhorse mic. And there are a lot of those out there. And the only way to test is, the only way to really test it is to just try different mics to see. And in some stores, you can check them out. Especially music stores like Guitar Center, places like that. Anyway, yeah, I think I may try to do some, I might try to do some instructional videos if there seems to be more interest in it, and see how that goes. But yeah, right now with this, I mean, this is about the bare minimum. I mean, the only advantage I really have is the mic, but honestly, the mic wouldn't affect coming in and out or with the signal. No, it wouldn't do that. And I have a really good upload speed, and that is a huge benefit in this situation. I have fiber cable running directly to my house, so that is nice. But you don't necessarily have to do that. I mean, that gives you an advantage, but as long as nobody else is using your system and you do it with about 1/4 of what your upload is, you're good. Just try to have at least 10 megabits per second upload, and then limit yourself to 2.5 megabits upload. If you have 10. If you have more than 10, you're probably good. So yeah, that's really the trick. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, thank you for coming by and doing this test with me. And it was a lot of fun. It was a good time, and it was nice to prove that for us, there's not really any difference between streaming a recorded video and doing the live thing. I don't think there really is. No, I don't really think so. Not for what we're doing anyway. So as long as you know what you're doing, you can do a good job. So do the research. I think that's the key. And yeah, and do check out my my show on Thursday, my birthday show. Gosh, wow, it's crazy. Birthday. I don't know. I'm the kind of the person that's always like, oh, my birthday. I don't want to think about it. But you know, because of everything that's going on, I want to just kind of say, okay, it's my birthday. I'm doing a show. Because yeah, normally I avoid my birthday like crazy. My best friends know to just not even mention it usually. And I don't know, maybe some of you are like that. Maybe some of you had great birthdays. I haven't always. So I'm really, I'm going to make this a great birthday. So please come out, join me. We'll have a great time. And yeah, tell your friends. So yeah, I think I will go ahead and sign off now. And I think this was a successful test. So thanks very much for the help. I really appreciate it. Now this is the point where I actually know the audio is still on. The trick is normally when you put one of these things on, you disable the audio because, you know, you're going to a different screen. But no, this time what I did was I left the audio on purpose, just to let you know that I actually know the difference. So yeah, you got to be careful that whenever you change screens, always know that the audio might still be live. It's an important tidbit. I mean, for those that normally do stage work and you have a wireless mic on, you always know, just assume that your mic is always live. That's the best way to handle it. But yeah, so now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and disable the sound. This is what it sounds like without sound.